Hello everyone and welcome back to ETH Market. A weekly look at the amarr market prices. I already got the window in front of me, so gonna start off with the titanium as usual. The 5-day is still dropping. 20 days very slowly still following on the drop of the 5-day. So definitely still dropping all the prices. It's already almost 3 months dropping now. Titanium price. Let's see on the price for the sellers. We are at, where are they? They're way down. Yes, here they are. 525 for the sellers. 4 orders, same orders, are probably the same guy. And for the buys is 517 for the titanium. So that has dropped again. It was 525 last week, what is now on the seller's price, and buys has dropped to 517. So it's dropped a few, dropped about 8 isk a unit last week. Fahrenheit is still on the drop, around 1375 it looks like. Pretty steep drop suddenly here. The 20 days also a little bit following, not much really, but probably will go down more even. For the sellers 1378 for the sellers, and for the buyers we are at 1348. It's definitely still on the drop. It's dropped a lot since last week even. It was 1408 last week, it's now 1348. So it definitely took a pretty drop of 60 isk cents a unit since last week. So steep drop on the Fahrenheit. Wonder if it's gonna keep on going, but we'll see. Maxilon still very stable, more like a very stable slowly drop of about 2 months slowly dropping. So starting to get more towards the 40 isk a unit. On the prices for the sellers 42.76, 67 for the max loan, and for the buys is 42.56 on the buys. So last week it was that went even. Yeah, it went down. It almost 1 isk down per unit on the max loan. Is yeah, definitely to see here in the chart too. It is still dropping. So next one is hydrogen. Seems to be, it had a drop here, and since then it went stable a bit for a few days, and now it seems to have a drop again on price. It's very slowly taking steps down, hydrogen in price. So here very stable, then suddenly takes a step down here, got stable then a bit. It keeps getting very small steps down. For the sellers is 137.57 on the sellers, and on the buyers 130.24. That is a 5 isk drop since last week, because I was 135 last week. So that's a pretty drop on the hydrogen price on the buyers. There are still people who are slowly dropping stuff off on the market, the minerals. It's the end of the winters finally, so probably dropping off. And Noxium, see what the Noxium is doing. It had a pretty uptrend and now it's going down again. It's dropped below the 800. The 20-day average is still going up. Now it probably will follow soon on the drop too. It's past the 5 days pretty dropping down. It had its peak Noxium. Now it seems to going down again. On the sellers we are at 811 on the sellers. and the buyers definitely drop below the 800, 793. Last week was 818, almost 19 even. So there's a pretty drop on the ICN with about 20, almost more. But it's a pretty drop on the price, also definitely seen in the history. It's starting to drop on the price. Zymeworld, we're going on for the next one. Let's see if this one is still moving out. Zymeworld is going, it was going up last week and seems now stabilized at just above 1,000. Just around 1,000. The 20 days still trying to catch up with it on the price. Let's see what the price are. Yeah, 1,027, almost 28 even for the sellers and 950 for the buyers. That went up with 24-ish a unit since last week. So that's also on an uptrend. Mega site is the next one. Gonna look at price history. Whoa, that's a change on here. Last week we were setting at 2,450, so it's just sitting about here. No, 2,450 here. Let's take a huge further uptrend to about hits 2,700 even 2 or 3 days ago. That's a huge spike on the mega site. It's now also coming down again about 2,500. So the 5 days seems to be going down again, 20 days still going up, trying to catch up with the 5 days. See at the history on the sellers at 2,552 on the sellers and 2,383 on the buyers. So even the chart say it went up in price, and the buy price for the sellers went at a huge spike. On the buyers it has even a drop since last week. Because it came from 2,450 last week, it's now sitting at 2,383. So the buy price has gone down even on the mega site. Last one on the minerals is the morphite. It's slowly going up. It seems to stabilize a little bit here. Even had that a drop yesterday on price. Now it went back up to about 9,000 ish a unit. 20 days still trying to catch up with it. The price is 8,945 for the sellers and 8,500. Oh, 8,500 for the buyers. Pretty still decent amount of orders up for it. Still it went up since last week. It was 8,195 last week for the buyers. So definitely it went up a lot. It went up with 350 ISK unit up on the morphite price. So still on the move. Higher price. Stop blinking. Let's go on with the salvage, the usual salvage in the amarr region. Armor plates is taking a little bit of a spike up, just above the 100 it was. It's now getting to about 105,000 is 105k, sorry, not 1,000. Yeah, 105,000. 1,000 is up. 5 days going up, 20 days going up. There's see 4 days ago it has a pretty big spike on sales. Only armor plates, so that's pushing the price up now. For the sellers is 105, 106, almost 107 even. For the buyers is 104,000. That went 1,000 up since last week. Exactly 1,000 is even. Burn logic circuits is also going up. It seems to hit a stop since I had here the spike earlier. It seems to hit this peak and then went down, and now it's going up. So it may hit this peak point here on the price again. Maybe not. Maybe it's gonna continuing up. So it's sitting just above the 30,000. The 20-day is starting to catch up, going up to trying to catch up with the 5 days. Let's look at the prices on the sellers. Where are they? 31,000 on the sellers. For the buyers, they also wanted 31,000. Someone really needs something. He's really pushing the price up. The next one is at 30,000. It's 1,000. Just not 1,000 is difference in it. Last week it was at 28. So even if this 31 was not in, it still went 2,000 up in price. So yeah, flight interface circuits also going up. It had a huge spike here for 5,500 a few days ago. Also 4 days ago. 1, 2, 3, 5 days ago even. But it's still stable going up. The 5 day had a spike up here suddenly, especially because of this one here, the 5,500. 20 days also nicely following up, but both are very stable on the same line up. Don't see that much. Let's see on the price, 4,699, 4,000 more than 4,700 for the sellers on the flight interface circuits. On the buy is 4,001. That went up with 1 ISCA unit since last week. So that's not really much of a movement, but it's slowly going up. But that's about it. Melted capacitor consoles. There's movement in it too. There's a few big sales 3 days ago. 3 days ago. A lot of them been sold. It's pushing the price up. 5 days going up. Just sitting below the 8,000, so it's in about 7,750, I guess. 20 days starting to move up too, catching up with the 5 day. So that price is going up on the sellers. 25,000 on the sellers. Nah, 25, 30. That's all that's on the market here. These. There's a very good option to do a trade on station trading, because the price is only 7,000. So you can buy for 7,000, put it back on the market for 25,000. So it's more than it's 150% profit. 100% normal price, and it's 250%. Then around was 2007 is 14, 21. Oh, it's even more. 200, about 225. So there's you can easily more than double your risk then. Buy for 7, sell for 25. You can even a little bit more, 1.25 more profit. So yeah, in the last week it was around 6,500, so it went up on price. We're going over the trip power circuits. Those are the only one that's going down still. 5 days seems to be a little bit going up. 20 days also still going down. They're pretty much at the same spot as the 5 day. Let's look at the seller's price. Seller is 132 and a half. At 132 and a half, and the buy is 128.095. And last week was sitting at 127, so it went 59 is up since last week. It's not really much of a movement in there. Well, let's go on for the ships. We'll start off with the Naga. Still very stable, not much to report on it really. Had a little bit of up spike here, 5 and 20 day at the same height. Price is there's one for 72, 4 for 72 million is on the market. The rest is 74.9, almost 74.8. On the buy as well at 70, 650, 70 million.6. There's a little bit of movement in it. It was last week at 70.4, so it went up with 250,000 disc up in price on the Naga. But if you want a cheap Naga, definitely run to amarr. They have 4 for 72 million disc. If you sell it again for 74, you have already like 2.8 million profit here. If you have good skills, yeah, I guess around 2 million is profit then. The Talos, also very stable, around the 80 million. A little bit drop here today. 5 and 20 they are also at the same height. So okay, the price is around 81 million is for Talos on the sellers. On the buy 75.2. That's exactly the same price as last week. No change at all even. Wow. It's amazing. Alright, next one is Oracle. We're gonna go on. Just gonna keep those in it. Let's see, the Oracle was stable. It had a huge spike up. It was at 76 million. It went up for 82 million. And now it's dropping again to 78 million. So the 5 days going down too. 20 days still going up, trying to catch up because this spike. Let's see, at the market it's about 78.8 million ISK for the sellers. On the buys we are sitting at 76 million ISK. Last week was sitting at 73.5 million ISK. So that's a went up. And not too much orders at this price. Another one for 75 here. Then we're going back to the 72 even. So definitely had a few million going up on it. On the Oracle. Typo. There we go. The Tornado. Let's see what he's doing. Surprisingly, after Jita burn, they're still going down. It was expected to use a lot of tornadoes, but they haven't. They've used the catalyst a ton. I'm gonna look at the prices for the catalyst too. It was very high last week. I can't remember where it was on it. No, it has dropped a lot. Tornado is dropping in price. The 5 day is dropping. The 20 day still needs to catch up with it. Sitting about 68, 67 million is guessing. 76 million is for the sellers, and 63.8 for the buyers. That came down too on the buy price. Came from 75.4 million. 65.4 million is last week, and now 63.8. So definitely drop down on it, on that price too. Alright, we're gonna go on for the logistic ships. Gonna look at the Bessie. Bessie is dropping in price. The 5 day and the 20 day are at the same line down. The 20 day hasn't catched up with the 5 day yet. Drop below the 130 million ISK. Last week was also below the 130 already, on the buyers at least. Let's look, sellers 129.9 million ISK for Bessie. And for the buyers we're at 122. It is 2.7 million is drop in the buy price for the Bessie. Came from 124.7. That's a decent drop on the Bessie price. The Scimitar, see what this one is doing. Also taking a dive down. 5 and 20 they are at the same speed down. Gonna head towards 120 million, it looks like it, for a Scimitar. the 20-day was already dropping last week, and the 5-day was pretty stable at that moment, but it's taking a dive down again. Look at the prices. 124, 125 million is, and 128 million is, yeah, 129 even. There's a big difference between those two. Someone's trying to sell them. There's maybe pushing the price down, these two. On the buyers, very little buyers, I must say. 1, 2, 3. Only 5 people want to buy a Bessie in amarr. That's not much. That's really pushing the price down then. Buy price 122 million ISK. Still, even that went 100k options last week. On the price was 121.9 million ISK was last week. So buy price went a little bit up, but there's so little buyers here. If we're gonna keep this low, the buyers, it's definitely gonna push the price more down. That's why you see here too, probably it's that low at 125 million ISK. Alright, let's look at the Guardian. Guardian's doing his usual stuff. Bouncing around a lot. It had a drop here, it's still bouncing around on the prices. I don't know why the Bessie and the scimitar have pretty stable lines, except for the usual drop and up prices. But the Guardian is just going up and down a lot. It has been doing this for all year. Yeah, it's been done always. Let's look at the price. 133 million is for the sellers, and 118 on the buys, 180.6. That's exactly the same price as last week. So buy price is no change at all on the Guardian. The Oneros is going down. 5 and 20 is dropping there, hitting the 120 million ISK here on the Oneros. 133.9 for the sellers, and only 2 buyers here in the station. So same thing as with the scimitar, that is pushing the price down. It's really dropping it. So and last week this Oneros was sitting 127 million is, so there's a 7 million drop in buy price. I don't know what's happening then with the Oneros and scimitar here. But they both have very little buyers. Both of them. So people don't want them and want to go on more for like the Bessie and the Guardian, but still then they're also dropping. The Guardian is the only one that seems to be a little decent, stable around the same price. The rest is all dropping. All the logistics are dropping in price. So I wonder where that is gonna go. Oh, yeah, that's changing. We're gonna look at one ship. It's gonna be the catalyst. It was very high last week. As you see here, it hit 2.5 million because of the Jita burn on the price. It still seems to be going up on the 5-day. If you look at the market, it's still around 2 million. Yeah, I just put them on the market today. Still around the 2 million is for the catalyst, and 1.1 million is on the buyers. I'm gonna change my order, so I know the price will keep going down on this, so yeah, let's change it immediately. See, it's already pretty drop, 500,000 drop on price in total. So let's sell them. Alright, this is this week. This was this week's look at the market prices in amarr. If you like it, please press the like button underneath here to help me out get more viewers. Should be awesome to get more. And I will see you guys next week and seeing if these logistics chips still gonna drop in price. So I'll see you guys next week. Fly safe.